Here I'm going to show you how to graph growth curves using Excel. And we have here our output from our internalizing problems growth curve. And we're going to do the linear slope model first, and then we'll do the quadratic. So here we have our mean of the intercept and mean of the slope. Now you're going to want to look on your slides to where we give the equation for the line, equation for the growth curve, because this is really what we're going to be using in order to graph these. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to give my values of time over here. And I have values of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And these are just the values of the slope that I gave. We have 6 time periods. Now over here what I'll do is I'm going to create the equation for the line. So I'm going to go, this is going to equals, and then our intercept, which our intercept you can see is 0.404. So this is going to equal our intercept plus our slope and actually I'm just going to eliminate the plus because I'll just have that minus, and that's fine, multiplied by our time variable. And that gives me the average level of internalizing problems at that first time point. And then what I can do is, you can see there's this little box at the end here. You can actually click on that and drag it down, and what that's doing is that's simply replacing this A1 with the next one down. So you can see this one, this one is A2, all of this multiplied by A2, all of that now multiplied by A3, A4, A5, A6, and A7. So all we're doing is we're using these values that we have of time to multiply it by the slope value plus the intercept. Now to create the graph, we go here to Charts. I'm on the Insert tab, Charts, and we're going to use this Scatter with Smooth Lines and Markers. Scatter with smooth lines would work as well. It's just if you want those markers at each of the time points. So I'll click on that, move it up here, and then you select the data. You select what data you want, and then you select on the Excel sheet what data it is, and then you click OK, and there you have your line. Now this shows a lot of decrease here, but of course that's a bit deceptive because of our scale here. The scale of internalizing problems really ranges from about 0 to 2. So what I'll do is I can go ahead and I can change that axis. I just double clicked on that axis and it brought this up. 0 is the minimum, 2 being the maximum. And now with our scale a little better, you can see that really that's pretty flat. There is a decrease, but it's pretty minimal. Now let's look at our results for the quadratic growth and graph that. I'm going to go ahead and page down here to where I have my quadratic growth. And again, I'm going to put my X here, my time, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to write the equation here. So we have the intercept. We first put our equal sign. The intercept equals this value multiplied by the time variable plus this value multiplied again by our time variable. So I'm going to click on this again, but that's squared. So I do the little hat, which is above the 6. Shift 6 will get you that, 2. And there you have it. And then again, I'm going to just click on this little box in the corner, drag it down, and it gives me those values. Again, I'll go up to Insert, my Scatter, Smoothed with Markers. Actually, I'll go Smooth without markers so you can see what that looks like. Move it down just a little bit. Select Data. Simply highlight the data area. Click OK, and there you have it. And again, I'll just click on this y-axis to give a bit better feel of what we're actually looking at here. So we'll go from 0 to 2. So there you're seeing that bend. And that's how you can graph your growth curves using Excel. And obviously, you would get these same means if you were using M+, or you were using Amos, or whatever structural equation modeling package you're using. You'll get that intercept slope and quadratic slope. And then you can just use those values, use the equation for a line, calculate those values, and then simply use your scatter with connected line, and you can get your growth curve.